come on, come on, come on.
What's up, lords and ladies? Welcome back to another video on this channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys an update on Blue, my black and blue bearded dragon. Now, yes, I picked the name Blue. As many of you guys know, I rescued this bearded dragon, and I let you guys in the comment section down below to give me a name. Now, when it comes to a rescued bearded dragon, there's so many different things that could go right and could go wrong. And he's looking at me like, what did you just say? You talking about me, man? But basically, when it came down to it, I really wanted to take him in because the ad did say that he was a year old. So if you guys know what a year old bearded dragon looks like, it is not like this. So for this bearded dragon to be a year old, there has to be something going on with him. And even though he has been looking alert and has been looking fine, I have noticed that he definitely is not up to weight and he's a lot smaller than he should be. So today is an emergency care because he's not been eating like he normally would be or how he normally should be. So I'm gonna step in, figure it out what I could do to feed him, and I might even have to assist feed him, which I don't know what he's gonna be like. He does look a little bit angry and he doesn't like being touched, so you could see. So a big thing is gonna be gaining his trust. He looks angry as, oh my God. Jeez Louise, guy, why are you so angry? You okay, dude? He's like, I don't want to be in this video. But basically, I really want to give him the love and attention, but it's going to take some time. So just like Miracle and all of the other bearded dragons that I've gained their trust, I'm going to have to do the exact same thing with this guy. And since he's already a year old and he's not anywhere near a bearded dragon that is a year old size, I'm afraid that his growth is stunted. So I'm hoping that I'm gonna give him food and all the attention that he needs and he's gonna bounce back. So with that being said, let's just get started with the feeding. Let's go. Okay, little guy. So what I'm gonna be feeding him today is actually mealworms.
What?
Now, I am not a huge fan when it comes to feeding mealworms to bearded dragons. However, this is what he's been eating from his previous owner, and I have tried crickets and superworms. So instead of him starving and not eating anything, I am going to start him off with some mealworms that have been dusted and gut loaded, and hopefully, so you could see he was eating it, but hopefully he could get started on food. Now, like I said, I don't like feeding mealworms to bearded dragons simply for the fact being that they don't really have that much nutrients compared to the other bugs. But if I could just get this guy eating, I would be super happy. And later on, as the weeks progress, I could switch him over to something else because it doesn't even look like he's even
what are you
interested
talking about,
in
man?
this. So I'm gonna try different methods. Right now I'm obviously tongue feeding. He might not even be used to tongue feeding. So I think what I'm gonna do is go on quiet mode, meaning I'm not gonna talk. I'll put music in the background, you know, but I'm not gonna talk, and I'm gonna see if I could put it in the distance and maybe that natural movement of the superworms just moving on its own, he would want to eat that instead, because I think me talking is probably freaking him out. So with that being said, let's go on quiet mode. Okay, so I would say for the most part, this has been a successful feeding. Now, when it comes to giving him food, I do plan on giving him different bugs. I don't like mealworms, like I mentioned earlier, simply because they don't have that much nutrients. But that's the thing, he's only been used to eating that. So even though I do want to feed him crickets and I have tried giving him different bugs, he always seems to spit it out. He doesn't like it. So I figured I would give him what he's used to. At least he has some nutrients in his belly. That way, later on in the day or later on in the week, I give him something else. So I'm always going to offer him a different bug first and then give him a little bit of superworms. That way, at least he has food in his system. But I'm really happy that at least he ate. I did try to break him a little bit from those behavior patterns, as you saw. After he ate, I did go in for a little pet, and he wasn't happy. He was like trying to kick me off, which is understandable. This guy was probably never handled. I don't even know if he had the proper care to begin with, especially knowing that he's basically a year old is what the ad said. I don't know if that's true. Only time will tell if he actually grows, because he doesn't look a year old. And he's what? Oh no, that's not good. Oh no, no, no. Oh no. I thought this guy was. Are you okay, buddy? So hopefully he digests that, because that was sort of a sign of puking, which is not good. So as you see, he's swallowing it and everything, but yeah, that was scary. You okay, buddy? Hopefully he doesn't puke it out. And that's what I mean. Even though he is eating, I did try to give him some crickets and different kinds of bugs, and he did take it down, or he did try to eat it, but he would just spit it out. In this case, hopefully he swallows it. It did not look like he was happy there. So I'm not gonna mess with him too much right now. He's doing those movements because he's trying to swallow it. And these are small worms. So if he's having trouble swallowing, there might be something else going on. But hopefully I could get him to eat more food in the future. You okay, buddy? Yeah, that was freaky. But like I was saying, I do want to break him from those patterns. But the very first thing that I want to do is make sure that he gets back into shape. So I want him back. I want him to bounce back and be healthy. I don't want him to be suffering in any kind of way. So I am going to be giving him some love and attention. But yeah, like I just wanted to show you guys that even though I'm giving him food, he doesn't even want to eat those mealworms, which is a little bit concerning. But he did eat a little bit, so I'm super happy about that. All right, so what I'm doing right now is trying to get him to drink some water, and I'm not trying. Oh yes, so I'm not trying to talk too much. And if you notice, I am using a syringe to give him water. Now, this is a really, really good way to get your bearded dragons to drink water and always be on top of it. This is, to many of you guys who have been following this channel, this is one of my favorite methods to give them water. As bearded dragons, they tend to like movement when it comes to water. They are not usually the type to drink out of a water bowl, even though you can provide them some water in a water bowl. I find that to be a way that eventually they could get used to it, and there's ways that you could get your bearded dragon to do it, but I always find it more effective to actually go in there either with a spray bottle or with a syringe and get them into that habit of drinking water in that kind of way. So he drank almost a whole entire syringe, or maybe half a syringe of water, which is really, really good. I'm really happy. I was afraid that he wasn't going to be drinking, but the fact that he's drinking is a good sign. That means, you know, there's fluid now in his system. Things are going to be moving. Things are going to be good. He's not going to be constipated. So hopefully that right there would spark him to want to eat more. And he is thirsty for more, so I am going to give him more water. So it's a really good sign that he's drinking. And the fact that he's able to drink in this kind of way is a good thing, because I could get him into a routine where I give him food and I give him water, and he knows that I'm doing this, and he's not super upset about it. And like I said, this is sort of an emergency because at the end of the day, each day that passes by that he doesn't eat, that he doesn't drink water, is another day that he loses energy. And that is not a good thing for any animal, because even if they are super hungry and they don't have the energy to digest or to consume food, they actually could pass away because of that. So thankfully, this emergency care actually is working. I just hope he doesn't puke it out. As you saw earlier, he was showing a little bit of signs of wanting to puke it. So the fact that he's actually taking it down is pretty good. And even though he is drinking and he is eating, I don't want to force him too much because I know he's thirsty and all. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give him this last bit of water, and then I'm going to let him digest it and let it sink in. And I might go in for a later dose, but I don't want to keep jamming him with stuff because I don't even know when was the last time he actually ate from his previous owner, because he was not eating for me for a couple of days. I tried and tried. I tried different kinds of methods, and I finally said, fine, I'm going to give him some mealworms, even though I'm not a fan of them. I'm going to give him what he's used to, and hopefully he eats that. So now that he ate and drank some water, hopefully he gets enough energy and he starts to do a lot better. So he's so adorable. Like, he's looking at the camera like, hey man. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and learned a thing or two. I am going to be doing weekly updates with this guy. I do owe you guys a lot of content when it comes to my other bearded dragons, especially Miracle and the whole gang at the end of the day. But this guy right here has now caught in my attention because he is in need. And like I said, I am going to give him water later on. I just don't want to fill him up with water and then he pukes it out. So I know he's thirsty, but I just want him to digest what he just consumed. And then I'm going to come back in an hour or two, maybe even 3 hours, to give him some more, as long as he doesn't puke. So with that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. It means the world. Everything that I make from these videos goes towards helping animals like this guy right here, like his vet care. I know it's going to be pricey, so give this video a thumbs up, smash that thumbs up like button, subscribe if you haven't. I'm Lord of Lion, keep the blood pumping, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace. Say bye-bye, Blue. So adorable.
So here it goes. Here we go.
Peace.
You gotta hit that notification, hit that notification, hit that notification button, baby. You gotta hit that notification, hit that notification, hit that notification button, baby. You gotta hit it right, hit all night.